today's video, I'm going to be putting this ball machine through its paces and challenging my friend Raf to a best of 3 battle using the ball machine to truly find out whether college tennis might have been a better option for me. And if you're interested in finding out how you can use this tool in your training sessions, then make sure you watch to the end of the video. Now, a lot of the time when I'm back home in London, you might be surprised to know that I actually struggle to find people to hit with at my level. And since I don't like hitting with my dad, sometimes I'm left without a hit. And so if you want to train with a partner, you only have 3 real options. Number 1, don't play, which really isn't an option. Number 2, hit against the wall, which will probably drive you insane after about 10 minutes. Or option number 3, use a ball machine. In a bid to solve this problem, I got in contact with Pongbot, who kindly sent me a Pongbot Pace S Pro ball machine powered by AI to hopefully solve that problem. And to be honest, compared to some people I've practiced with, it's doing a better job already. It can't be late, make excuses, forget the balls, get tired, or cancel last minute because they found someone better at tennis, funnier, better look. Wait, who wrote this? So let's put this ball machine through a pro tennis session, take a look at some of the cool features, and see whether it's going to replace some of my future training partners. Okay guys, so I'm now on court with the Pace S Pro. Now, I actually did a review for this on my second channel, so go and check that out with the link in the description. But today I'm going to be running it through a session with all of its best features to show you guys exactly how I would use it if I don't have a hitting partner. I actually also brought my friend Raf along to give it a good thorough test and to give his review. And I'm going to be challenging him as well to a series of 3 challenges, pushing this ball machine to the test and hopefully us as well. Right guys, so at the beginning of every session I want to do 3 drills just to kind of get the body moving, feel confident. So I'm going to be choosing 3 drills from the program drills tab that Pongbot has. They have so many drills, it could literally last a week to do all of these ones, but I'm going to be choosing my 3 favorites just to get myself ready for the session. One of the most viewed drills. Yeah, I'm going to be choosing the deep topspin forehand, backhand, just get the body moving. And we're going to be doing this, it's 4 shot reps, so we're going to be doing, let's say, 16 balls, 4 sets, and just really get going for the session. So the one thing about the Pongbot is it actually generates quite a lot of spin, which is almost unnatural for how a lot of people play. It's almost too good in terms of how much spin it creates. So obviously that's something you can customize in here, but whoever made that drill set it up so that the deep shots had a lot of spin on them. So it was a really good challenge to actually challenge my backhand and my forehand. Especially if you're going to play Rafa, which leads us on to this next drill. Nadal 10-shot challenge. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of spin on these balls. I'm going to be doing 2 sets of 10 shots. I'm going to give myself 10 seconds in between. I love how customizable this is. Literally, I can control everything, left or right hand, sequential, random. It's great. So I'm going to try this one and see what Rafa's got. And before we carry on with this drill, I actually realized after this was a drill someone created, recreating one of Rafa Nadal's points. When the ball machine's actually feeding you balls, it's actually really hard to tell where the ball's coming and how fast and how much spin there is. So it really keeps you on your toes. I was always trying to recover back to the middle as I would in a normal match, because keeping those game conditions is pretty important. Otherwise, you're just going to go where the ball is and it's not much of a challenge. A couple shots traveling into the sideline. I don't have a problem with it. That's probably because some of the balls that we're using are flatter or harder or newer or older. So obviously they have different kind of trajectories. It actually makes the drill a bit more fun because you've got to move a little bit more. So it gives you a bit of an extra challenge. So now I'm going to try a 2-person drill with Raf. It's going to get competitive, guys. Love a bit of competition. All right, so we got Raf here. If you don't recognize him from our doubles final, double semis, multiple videos, here he is. We're going to do a 2-person drill. It's 10 balls, so 5 each. We're going to, I guess, stay in the half court, but I think it's moving up and down. Got it? I'd say that was pretty even.
About the drop shots.
Man. What's wrong with a drop shot? Okay, is a drop shot in a drill allowed? Because it's working the touch, the feel, you know?
I think it's a cop-out.
Now we're pretty warm, we're ready to go. Now let's try some of the fun stuff. Okay, so something I talked about in the last video as well is the discovery feed. You can kind of scroll through a lot of what people have done in terms of drills and stuff, but what I love is you can also have these points. So it actually plays a point like Alcaraz against Nadal. We're gonna try the classic Federer rally. So this is what the point looks like. And it shows you here. So you've got to go, okay, second ball slice, then top spin, basically last ball goes line.
Yeah, he's only hitting backhands. I'm just going to be hitting one-handers.
Yeah, so we're gonna see who can recreate this one and see who can feel the most like Roger Federer. I definitely won't be able to do much better. From now on, I'm going to be switching to a one-hander after that point. We're going to be recreating Alcaraz here. Return cross, then backhand down the line, and then we got to come in and volley. But but the guy in the demonstration, you can see he does like half volley, right? You got to go volley. I think the time between the shots is a little bit off. You got a bit too much time between the backhand line and...
Well, I know where it's going. So.
Yeah, okay, true. Let me give it a go. I'm going to try and give myself a bit of time as well. There's a little bit of friendly competition, and also to test out what the Pongbot can do, we're going to be putting ourselves to the test. We're going to do best of 3 mini games. We're going to be starting off with a grueling drill side to side. So we're basically going to get the Pongbot to feed one ball to the forehand side, one ball to the backhand side, and it's just going to keep going forever. And we're going to see who can make more balls in a row without missing. And whoever makes the most balls wins and gets 1 point on the board. You want to go first? Set the tone?
I'll take it.
All right, let's see what you can do. Okay, so Raf got 11. Got to try and beat it. I basically made this drill so that it lands super deep and it basically obviously goes side to side, but it's not easy. It has to be really difficult because obviously otherwise we're going to go for a very long time. We're going to see what I can do. I'm also not going to push it because that would be the cop out, but I'm going to go for it. So let's see. Okay, so we're allowing me to go again because Raf warmed up with me testing it out, so no more jumping backhands. 11 to beat. Let's see if we can do it this time. I think we got the same. It's 11-all, right? We drew, but we don't do draws. So we're gonna make it a bit tougher. I'm gonna lower the amount of time per feed. So I've got 2.5 seconds and 3 seconds. So now it's 2.5. And I'm gonna increase the speed a little bit. What I like about this as well is like super easy to just literally make some small tweaks. Let's see who gets more on this one. Right, so Raf got 14. I saw he was pretty disappointed with that one. Gives me an opportunity to try and beat him now. 15's the goal. As soon as we got 15, we're stopping, otherwise the lungs are gonna burst.
Okay, so for challenge number 2, I'm going to be taking advantage of the custom drill feature, which allows you to build drills in any amount of shots with different spins, positions on the court, depths, speeds. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be creating a very, very difficult drill for me and Raf to do. I'm going to make a 6-ball drill. I'm going to repeat it 3 times, and we're going to see who can make the most out of the 18 shots that are going to be played. One other feature that I really like is the ball test feature. So while I'm making the drill, I can click ball test, and it's going to send out one of those shots to see exactly what it looks like so I can make adjustments. Pretty much what I was looking for. Okay, so I've completed the drill now. I've cooked up an absolute monster of a drill. We've got short droppy, deep spin forehand cross, middle fast, so you've got to adapt pretty quickly. Then a mix high backspin ball just to mix things up. Then forehand and then backhand, and then repeat the cycle. So it's going to be brutal. One. Oh. Vamos! I gotta go 100%. I kind of messed it up after like the 4th ball. From there when it was over. Okay, so this is the decider. We're gonna be doing volley, backhand volley, forehand volley, and middle. Whoever can make the most volleys in a row. I've set it to random. The ball feeding speed isn't quite as fast as it would be in a usual match in terms of how fast it goes from side to side, but that doesn't really matter. The one rule which we're gonna kind of put in place to counteract that is that one of our foot has to always be on the line before the ball machine feeds. So as it feeds, you can start moving. Otherwise, you're just gonna stand where the volley's gonna be and have an easy volley. I'm going first this time, so I'm gonna lock in. Disappointed, to be honest, but you never know till we see what Raf can do.
Winner!
Come on! So one of the other really cool features which I think stands the Pongbot apart from many other ball machines is the fact that it can track where you are on the court. It knows where you are. Based on the 2 sensors that we've put up on the net, it kind of triangulates my position, which allows me to do drills such as recovery trigger exercises and adaptive rally exercises, which basically means that it either plays the ball to me or where I'm not, so it's a good exercise, as if you're playing a real opponent that's going to move you around, or like a coach feeding you that goes straight wherever you are. So I want to work on my forehand. Want to really generate some power. I'm going to be doing the baseline recovery. So it shows me that the recovery box is just behind the center line here at the baseline. It's going to feed me a forehand, and then I've got to recover back to the middle for it to feed the next shot. Okay, so now it's not feeding the next ball. If I recover back into the zone here, there we go. Every time I'm going to recover back. Quite a good exercise as well if you're a bit tired. Take a break, 5-10 seconds, head back, and then we get feet. Okay, so I got a pretty good session out of that one. Pretty strenuous, got the heart rate going in a lot of instances. I think what's really good about having a ball machine is the consistent feeding. It's going to go irrelevant of whether you're tired on the other side, and you can customize it for literally anything that you want to do, whether it's forehand to backhands cross court, whether it's just standing in one place and ripping forehands down the line. It allows you to do all of those features pretty seamlessly. I'd say the accuracy is also pretty good. Sometimes when you get a ball that's slightly decompressed or slightly newer or older, it can vary the feeding distance, but it wasn't too bad. Like, it wasn't feeding balls over the back fence, which was pretty cool. And I also thought that the accuracy was pretty consistent as well, which I was pretty impressed with. So in my honest opinion, whether you're a beginner just starting off in tennis and trying to have someone to play with, or all the way up to my level or higher where you're really trying to get an intense session out of it, this is something which can accommodate for all levels. And I said in my other video, which I'd done previously, that I would use this, and I will use this in my practice sessions day to day, especially when I don't have people to practice with, because I can really groove my strokes, work on some areas of my game without having to convince my practice partner to do 30 minutes of backhands cross, which is never easy to do. So overall I was very impressed with it, and I would definitely recommend it to you if you want to, have something to help you work on your game. If you struggle to find people to practice with, this is also a great alternative. I will actually have a link in the description where you can go and check it out, and also if you use my code you'll also get an additional discount, which will all be in the description. I'll also put all of the stats about the Pongbot in terms of battery usage and all of those technical stuff on screen right now, so you'll be able to see that.
And so thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.